Let's take a look at those three area problems using the normal distribution calculator in StatCrunch. Okay, so what I want to do for the first problem is I want to find the area to the left of z is equal to negative 3.16. So I'm going to click on Stat, scroll to Calculators, and scroll down to Normal. Okay, and now let me move the screen over a bit. Okay, so you'll see the standard default here. It defaults to standard normal with a mean of 0, standard deviation of 1. That's great for this problem because we're working with the standard normal distribution. And for that first problem, we want to find the probability of getting a z-score less than negative 3.16. Now, StatCrunch just uses x. Technically, if we're working with standard normal, this should be a z. Okay, but that's really not that big of a deal. If you look here at the senses of inequality, both of them contain the case of equality. That's different than, say, for example, the binomial distribution. Okay, because in a discrete probability distribution, the case of equality matters. But in the case of a continuous probability distribution, like the normal distribution, the case of equality doesn't matter. So the probability z is less than negative 3.16 is the same as the probability that z is less than or equal to negative 3.16. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at less than or equal to. And then I want to put in negative 3.16 and click on Compute. Okay, so we'll see that this is an extremely small area. In fact, it's going to shade the corresponding area under the curve, but we're below this tail. Well below negative 3 here, and so the software just isn't including that. But technically, we'd be shading in that tail. Okay, for the next one, we were finding the probability that z falls between negative 2.33 and positive 2.33. So in that case, I'm going to use the between option. Okay, and again, technically I would be using z here, but we can't change that in StatCrunch. Okay, so I'm going to override that to negative 2.33 and up to positive 2.33, and then click on Compute, and you'll see that it's shading the area that I'm looking for. Okay, so this corresponding probability is 0.982. Okay, sorry, 0.9802. Okay, and that's about the same as what we got when we used the calculator. Okay, now to do a problem like the last one where we were doing to the left of negative 1.96 and to the right of positive 1.96, that we're going to have to do in pieces just like the using the standard normal table. Okay, but remember that was a symmetric situation where each of those shaded tails were the same in terms of area or probability. So essentially we just need to find one of those tails and double it. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to standard and put in negative 1.96. Okay, so it's going to shade that area. This is the area here that I would want to double. Okay, so I would, to get the final answer for that, I would double 0.0249979. Similarly, I could change this to greater than positive 1.96. Okay, that's the nice thing about StatCrunch. It isn't restricted to just reading cumulatively. Okay, so you'll see this upper tail is the same area. Okay, I expected that because we had the same z-score in terms of absolute value. Okay, so again, I would want to take that and double it.